Good evening. Thank you so much for being here this evening to celebrate our spring band concert. It's wonderful to see so many people here. We have a very exciting and terrific evening of music planned for you, and really proud of the students this second semester. It's been a very busy semester, as most of you know, with a trip to Washington, D.C. just a few weeks ago, and our senior solo recital, which was last week, where we honored 16 of our seniors who got up and played a solo in front of a packed house of very appreciative fans. So it was a wonderful evening and a great way to celebrate our seniors who are graduating. We're going to kick off our concert this evening with both of our jazz bands. Our jazz bands have been meeting basically since December, and have had a little trouble getting traction just with snow days and other things going on, but they're really ending the season really strong. They rehearse on Monday mornings and on Wednesday evenings. This is Jazz Band 2. These are our younger students, and they're going to play two pieces for you. If you like what you hear, our jazz night is going to be in a few weeks on Wednesday, May 10th, where we are featuring the middle school jazz band, and then Jazz Band 2 and Jazz Band 1. You know, our guest artist for the evening is a gentleman named Tyson Haynes. He's a saxophone player. He teaches many of our students. He used to teach piano here. He is quite an accomplished jazz saxophone player, so we're excited to have him play with all of the ensembles. We're going to start our evening here with a piece called Work Song. This is a great old standard by Nat Adderley, trumpet player, and we're going to feature on trumpet, we're going to feature Simon Van Wyck, and on saxophone, Anna Delgado. Thank you, I forgot my notes. So here is Work Song. song before we bring other jazz band on. And I do want to mention too that both of the jazz bands are going to Hastings on Thursday afternoon to play at the Hastings Jazz Festival, something we've been doing for 7 or 8 years now. It's a great educational festival where the students get to perform for a wide variety of people that are there to watch, and then we also get a clinic from an expert jazz artist that will work with both groups. So Thursday afternoon, looking forward to that. Our next tune, our last tune we're going to play is a piece called Blues Infusion, and it's going to feature on alto saxophone Ms. Virginia Phillip, and on also on alto saxophone Mr. J.J. Budson. Here is the Blues Infusion. While the Jazz Band 1 is coming on stage, I wanted to talk about a couple other dates that we have. We have a busy performance schedule in May. Like I said, we're playing on Thursday in Hastings, and then on Wednesday, May 10th is our jazz night. This group is also playing on May 15th at the Capitol. So if you work downtown, they feature groups on Mondays, I guess, around lunchtime, near the Capitol. I think it's behind the Capitol. We play from 12 until 12:30. And then we're excited to be back at the East Lansing Art Festival on Saturday, May 20th at 10:15 in the morning on the main stage. So come out and support us if you can. Again, that's at the East Lansing Art Festival Saturday on main stage at 10:15. Okay, we're going to start with a beautiful Billy Strayhorn tune. This is entitled Isfahan. It's going to feature senior alto saxophone player Grace Liggett. So Grace, here we go. I'm going to take a moment and embarrass Grace for a second. Grace is the last of the Liggett family to come through the East Lansing and Waverly band program. I had Grace's older brother in 2005 when I taught in Waverly when he was a 5th grader, and I have had a Liggett every year of my career except for one. First there was Haywood, and then Kyra when I came to East Lansing. Kyra also came to East Lansing. And then Jeremiah, many of you recognize Jeremiah, played percussion and bass and all sorts of stuff. And so very proud of Grace and everything that she's done. So let's give another round of applause for Grace. I want to introduce our student teacher that has been working with our students for the entire spring semester since January. Mr. Burns is a student at MSU and just finishing. In fact, Thursday is his last official day. He will come back and work with the middle school groups throughout May to conduct on their spring concerts and things like that. But I've invited him to conduct the piece that he's been working on with this group entitled Cheesecake. You'll see him, he has a piece with each of the concert ensembles as well. But can we please welcome Mr. Joel Burns.
Good evening. I'd like to give a big thank you to Mr. Larsleer and Mrs. Craw for being awesome mentors and pushing me this semester. Also, thank you to all the students here at East Lansing High School and at McDonald Middle School for welcoming me to their programs and letting me become a better musician and teacher. This next song you're going to hear is Cheesecake by Dexter Gordon. Dexter Gordon was an amazing bebop tenor saxophonist who played with the likes of Charlie Parker and Dizzy Gillespie. You're going to hear 2 soloists on this piece. Amazing tenor saxophonist Matthew Thompson on tenor saxophone. And Skylar Hamlin on piano. Without further ado, Cheesecake.
last time ever giving this speech, so I'm going to start with a little joke. A little joke to warm up the audience. What do musicians like to wash their teeth with? A tuba toothpaste. Sorry to my last kid who's a senior and has to put up with mom's corny jokes. Sorry. Anyway, I'm Ann Wade. I'm the president of ELBOPA, the East Lansing Band and Orchestra Parents Association. And I would like to ask the following people to stand up and be recognized for their service this last year, working with ELBOPA as we manage and help Mr. Larslier, Mrs. Croft, and the orchestra program move forward in their musicianship. So Vice President Lisa Slinger Grant, Aaron Hill, Sirius Blanks, Jessica Graham, Jen Gorchow, Kelly Drake, Megan Gonzalez, Christy Alwyn, Jared Roberts, Christy Alwyn, Megan Gonzalez, Margie Cyril, Robin Langford, Aaron Parker, Tom and Amanda Menzies, Rebecca Blake, and Diane Dunham. Thank you so much. Will Lisa, Diane, and Robin remain standing for just a second. These three are, and if I'm missing any of the senior parents who volunteer the VOPA, please stand up as well. I'm a senior parent too. Like I said, this is my last speech. This is their last concert as well, except for the jazz band program moving forward. And I would just like to thank them for their service. Lisa promised to be vice president if I was president, and here we are talking to you. And so thank you so much to all of you for your help, for your support, for getting us through looking great on the marching field and managing the finances and all those amazing meetings we've done on Zoom for 2 years. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And congratulations, seniors. And you need to get out your phones. If you have kids who are going to be here next year, or the next 2 years, or the next 3 years, put this in your calendar now. We need you. We need people to volunteer and step up and fill in some empty spots. And we don't just need one person. 2 people can do it. 3 people can do it. We'll take 10 people, okay? So 10 people, maybe 15, and maybe next Tuesday, 6:30 orchestra rooms. Next Tuesday, May 2nd, 6:30 orchestra room. One more time, Tuesday, May 2nd, 6:30 orchestra room, and on Zoom, we will have, I think I just might have to bring treats. I just might bring treats to bribe people. We just need a few more volunteers to continue the program. We've got a lot of great stuff going on in ELBOPA. These musicians are amazing, and we want to keep them sounding amazing and looking amazing and doing amazing things. Music doesn't end when they graduate in 2023 or 24 or 25 or 26 or, oh my gosh, 27? Is there a 27 in the room? No, not yet. Okay, that's next year. All right, so anyway, next Tuesday, May 2nd, 6:30. Oh wait, it's at 6:30. It's at 7, sorry. 7, show 6:30, that'd be great. May 2nd, 7 o'clock, orchestra room. If you have questions, you can email me, president@elbopa.org, for only like another month, president@elbopa.org. I'll say it again, president@elbopa.org. Next Tuesday, 7 o'clock, orchestra room, Zoom, be there. Thank you. I think that's all I have to say. Enjoy the rest of the program.
Thank you. I want to kind of introduce the concert portion of the evening. As you may have seen from the cover, the title of our concert tonight is Keyboard Kaleidoscopes. And Mr. Burns and I kind of hemmed and hawed over the title, and we ended up on this one just yesterday. So we had a couple good rough drafts, but this is one we ended up on. The through line for each of the bands is that each ensemble is playing a piece that was originally either written for piano or kind of known for piano. And so you'll hear 3 of those pieces this evening, and each one is very different, but each one very interesting as well. The concert band is going to start with a piece called "Thus Spoke the Raven," which is kind of based on the Edgar Allan Poe poem, The Raven. And you'll hear at the beginning, if you know the poem well, there's a kind of knocking on the chamber door, and you'll hear that kind of symbolizing the percussion, and then kind of all these themes that are meant to symbolize the story of the Raven. The second song they're going to be playing is conducted by Mr. Burns. It's called La Madre de los Gatos. It's a fun little novelty piece. I think you'll really enjoy it. And then we're going to end with an arrangement of the famous Rhapsody in Blue by George Gershwin, which I'm sure you'll recognize. So I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed working with the concert band this year. They've come such a long way. They're a great group of students. I'm looking forward to having them be leaders in the band in the future. So thanks to them. And here is Thus Spoke the Raven. been a really great year for the symphonic band this year as well. A great group of students, lots of young students in this ensemble this year, lots of freshmen and sophomores. So looking forward to having them develop into the leaders of this program in the coming years. They've done a really fine job. Looking forward to their performance this evening and the rest of the year with them. I do want to mention one thing really quickly. You may have noticed this light blinking. Anybody noticed that? I have great news. these lights are about almost 20 years old, and this school district has decided to invest and replace the entire lighting system at the middle school and the high school. They're replacing them, yeah, super exciting. They're actually replacing them with energy-efficient LED lights, which will not only save the district money in the long run, but will also just last longer and be able to do lots of more things. So we're really excited about that. So hopefully that's the last time you have to see flickering lights in our auditorium. Our first piece this evening is by a great friend of mine named Andy Perkins, and it's entitled Gradients. This was written about 5 years ago. This was the piece that really put him kind of on the map as a composer. He's a middle school band director and high school band director in Fenton, Michigan. And this was the first piece that he had played outside of the state of Michigan. And in fact, he's grown so much that I invited him to come to our concert this evening, and they're actually doing a world premiere of one of his pieces, the MSU Symphony Band, tonight, just right now as we speak. So he's really grown into a really prolific composer, and we're really lucky to have him writing music for the band genre. And then we will continue with our theme for this evening and perform the Prelude and Fugue by Bach. You might recognize that one. Originally written for organ and arranged for a concert band. Should write these things down. We're ending with a really fun song. You guys are really going to enjoy it. It's called The Old Hound Dog Rag, and has some great percussion effects in it. It's just meant to be a really fun way to end our concert. So we hope you enjoy this symphonic narrative. we play our last number, I wanted to recognize we have one senior in this ensemble for whom is playing their last concert at East Lansing High School, so I wanted to recognize her and all of her work. She's been in band since the 6th grade and playing the clarinet and has been playing bass clarinet at the high school. So if we give a big round of applause for Miss Madison Scott. best and looking for a job and finding a career for himself. We know that he's going to do very well. So thank you again to Mr. Burns. We have a few other interesting pieces for you. The next piece is entitled The Engulfed Cathedral. You may recognize the composer, Claude Debussy, is most known for writing works for piano, obviously. And I don't think he's written anything specifically for the band. This piece is arranged. And it's a beautiful, beautiful, haunting piece based on a legend of, I believe it's pronounced Ys, which is a legend from the people who lived in the area of Brittany off France. There's this cathedral that's kind of out on an island, and it's like when the tide comes in, it's floating on the island, and when the tide goes out, you can drive to it. Have you ever heard of this? Anybody heard of this? I can't remember exactly what it's called. There's the legend goes that when the sun was rising, the cathedral actually looked like it was on fire, and then as the sun would rise, when the tide was high, it looked like the cathedral would sink under the water. And so it's a beautiful piece. Debussy, obviously one of the world's great composers, was an impressionist composer from France. Impressionism is kind of, again, telling a story with music and using the colors of the ensemble and kind of some unusual tonalities and harmonies, but really kind of known for writing what they call tone poems. And so this piece, again, is trying to tell the story of that legend. So here's the Sunken Cathedral. Thank you. Our next piece was actually written by one of our students, Johnny Danziger. Had quite the run here at East Lansing in the music program. He's been the synthesizer in the marching band. Let's see, he's played cello. He played in all 3 bands tonight on different instruments. And he actually won a composition prize earlier this year. And so I asked him if he'd write another piece for our spring concert. And so I invited him to just come and give you a few words about his piece, Redemption. So please welcome Johnny Danziger.
So actually, a lot of people on the stage, it's their last time performing, seniors. Raise your hand if you're a senior. Yeah, so it's very nostalgic. So that being said, I want to give a big thanks to Mr. L for all his hard work that he's put in. A lot of us have known him for like 6 to 7 years. Give him a round of applause. So the next piece you're going to hear is my own composition. It's called Redemption. It's a different piece that follows a unique storyline. So that storyline is this hero that follows a hero's journey, and he goes on a quest to slay a dragon. So you hear at the very beginning, the hero starts out on his journey, and then he continues, they find the dragon, they battle the dragon, and this is actually in a piece in like a part. So I'm going to write another piece that finishes the story. So thank you.
Thanks, Johnny. Johnny is going to study music education next year at MSU, and I have a feeling we'll hear from him again at some point with some of his music, so way to go, Johnny. I'd like to take a moment and recognize all of the seniors that are in this ensemble. I believe there are 32. And I just want to say again about this class, I know that you heard this before, but these students started out and had a kind of a sort of normal freshman year when school shut down for them in March, and they decided to come back as sophomores, and we tried to do marching band season, it didn't really work. They decided to come back as juniors, and we all had to wear masks, and it was pretty miserable for a while, and they decided to come back their senior year. And I think that says a lot about them as people and their character, and I'm grateful to them for bringing their talent and their enthusiasm to this program. It's amazing that just what they've been through, and I hope that the future is brighter for them. I know because of who they are that it will be. So I just want to thank them and recognize them. We will do a little bit more recognition at our banquet, which is on May 22nd. And there's biographies for all of them that are in the program with the QR code if you want to read a little more. But I'm going to ask each one of them to stand, and let's hold our applause till the end. The first one, Alex Arnold, is actually in Germany right now. He did a study abroad spring semester, but we wanted to recognize him. He was the percussion section leader for 2 years. Amazing kid, amazing student. We wish he were here this evening, but I'm really happy for him that he's doing a study abroad semester. So Alex was one. Sam Booth, if you could stand, please. Frankie Calabrese Barton, Ben Cook, Liam Crabo, Jack Croteau, Johnny Danziger, Anna Delgado, Alden Delgado, Mason Dexter, Harper Dodge, Molly Ford, Uwe Idusui, Evan Johnson, Nick Langford, John Laxton, Elijah Lane, Grace Liggett, Cayman McKeel, Eric Fan, Drew Potter, Adon Kwan, Abby Reffier, Ayana Rosinski, Shay Rudy, Andrew Schreiber, Zane Slanger Grant, Naomi Sawa, Ella Summerhill, Lucas Wade, Harper Wilkinson, and last but not least, Sydney Zagman. Let's give a big round of applause for our seniors. Group next year, so we wish them all the best. And I know many of them are going to continue on playing their instrument or playing in an ensemble sometime next year, so we wish them all the best. Thank you, seniors. You guys can see, please. We're going to end with a tune that is familiar to everybody, our national march. This is the Stars and Stripes Forever. Thank you so much for your attendance this evening and your attention. We hope you enjoyed the concerts. We still have quite a bit of the school year left, but really appreciate you being here and celebrating all these wonderful students and the wonderful music making that we've had this year. So thank you so much for coming, and hope you enjoy the Stars and Stripes Forever.